Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Professor Hassan and you are watching my channel Professor Hassan Hamayu. Dear students of statistics, today I will discuss 12 important statistics concepts with you which are compulsory and essential for every written test of statistics. Before starting today's vital lecture, I request everyone subscribe to my channel, like and share my channel and click the bell icon for the notifications of the next important videos. Let's start. Concept number 1 is students of Punjab University are classified on the basis of their height and weight. It is an example of, dear students, first of all I will tell you what is classification. Actually, it is the process of arranging the data according to some common characteristics. If we are interested in only one variable, if we are interested in height only, that will be one-way classification. And if we are interested to collect the data of the students of a class according to two common characteristics, height as well as weight, then that will be two-way classification. And if we are interested in height, weight and as well as blood group of the students, that will be manifold classification, a very important one. And now I will tell you there are 4 types of classification. First one is quantitative. If we are interested in height or weight, that will be quantitative. If we are interested in the blood group or intelligence of the students, that will be qualitative. If we are interested in the regions, about the cities, about the provinces, Punjab, Sindh, KPK, then that will be geographical classification. We have arranged the data, we have collected the data according to the provinces, about the cities, geographical one. The fourth one is if we collect the data according to the time period, that will be time series classification. A very important concept. Next question is box plot. I will have to give you some important information. Box plot was introduced by John Tuckey, and the year can also be asked in the exam. It was 1970. It is also called 5-number summary. I will have to make it is a rectangular form. In the center we have Q2, which is median. Here we have lower quartile, here we have upper quartile. These two lines are whiskers, the first one and the second one. These are whiskers. It is called minimum value, it is called maximum value, and these two lines are hinges. These are hinges. It is 5-number summary, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is based on positional averages. Q3, Q2 and Q1 are called positional averages. If that whisker is longer than this much, then it is positively skewed. If that whisker is longer than this much, that will be negatively skewed. And dear students, John Tuckey was the same person who introduced stem and leaf display, and the year was 1977. These all important questions can be the essential part of every written test of statistics. Then the next question is, we have the values of x 1, 2, 3 up to so on 40, and the question is summation I is equal to 1 to 40 xi. Dear students, I have discussed many times, whenever you are to calculate the sum of all the natural numbers, the formula is n into n plus 1 over 2. There are 40 values in the data. 40 into 40 plus 1, 41 over 2. 2 ones are 2 20s are. The answer will be 820. And if the question is find out summation I is equal to 1 to 40 x square I, the sum of square of all the natural numbers, that will be n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 over 6. And if the question is find out the mean, that will be n plus 1 over 2. If the question is find the variance, that will be n square minus 1 over 12. These all are the essential questions for every written test of statistics. Then the next question is histogram, which is the graph of the frequency distribution. A very important question. It is used to calculate mode graphically. It is used for mode. Then histogram, which is the graph of the time series data. And then ogive, it is the graph for which is used for median, quartiles, percentiles and deciles. A very important one. And ogive has two types, less than type and more than type. That can also be the part of the question. A very important. Next question is the lower quartile value is given 3 and upper quartile is 7, and find out the coefficient of dispersion. A very important one. The formula is Q3 minus Q1 over Q3 plus Q1. 7 minus 3 over 7 plus 3, 4 over 10, 0.4 will be the correct option in the exam. Then I will tell you the topic of Chebyshev inequality. Very important concept. Dear student, the concept is x bar plus minus k standard deviation contains at least 1 minus 1 over k square of the data. A very important one. And please keep in mind that k is always greater than 1. For example, x bar plus minus 2s. In the paper, in the exam, the question is, for example, what percentage of the data can be attained by x bar plus minus 2s. Then I will have to put 2 over here. 1 minus 1 over 2 square is 4. 3 by 4 means 75% of the data at least is contained by that x bar plus minus 2s. And if the question is x bar plus minus 3s, that will be 1 minus 1 over 3 square is 9. 8 by 9, that will be 88.8. Almost 89% of the data is contained by that x bar plus minus 3s. All questions are very, very important one. Then dear students, I will give you the concept of Shepard's correction. A question can be asked in the interview also. If we have the group data like the classes, marks are given 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, and the frequencies 4, 8, 20, 15, 20. We will have to calculate the middle value. 1 plus 5, 6 over 2 is 3. 8 up to so on. Actually, there is an assumption in the group data, in the frequency distribution, that all the values in that interval are equal to this much. If there are 4 people, 4 students who have got the marks between 1 and 5, assumption is that all have got 3 marks, but that is not true, and that is solved by the Shepard's correction. And Shepard's correction is used for the symmetrical data. It is applicable only for the symmetrical data. A symmetrical data is the one in which the values which are equidistant from the central maximum have the same frequencies. And it is not applicable for the J-shaped, which is extremely skewed, and U-shaped. All questions are important. Shepard's correction is used whenever there is an assumption in the group data all the values are equal to the middle value. We use Shepard's correction for removing the error, and it is applicable for the symmetrical data only. It is not applicable for J-shaped and U-shaped. Then the next question is J-shaped distribution is also called extremely skewed distribution, like x-axis, y-axis 0, this much. The shape will be this much, and it can be the reverse of J, and it means that maximum frequencies, most of the values, maximum frequencies lie at one end of the range. All these important questions. Then the next one is U-shaped distribution. In U-shaped distribution, the maximum frequencies are at the both of the ends and minimum values are at the center of that graph. A very important one. Then the next question, number 11th concept of statistics. The sum of the product of the current price and the current quantity is, actually summation Pn Qn is given, it is 45, and the sum of the product of the base year price and quantity, which is summation P0 Q0, is 100, and we have to calculate value index number, which is summation Pn Qn over summation P0 Q0 into 100%. 45 over 100 into 100%. 45% will be the correct option in the exam. Now the last question, last concept of today's lecture. In histogram, which I have discussed, it is the graph of the time series data. We take the years on x-axis and values on y-axis. 1990, for example, 1991, 92, 93. The years, the time will be on the x-axis and the values will be on the y-axis. Dear students, I will wait for your precious comments on today's lecture. Assalamu alaikum.